Hello everyone. Today's video is going to be me showing you how I build my bee hotels. And if I just turn this bee hotels in my garden, and they've all been exceptionally well. I just found this piece of log, sanded the front face down and drilled a ton of holes, all different sizes. And as you can see, most of the holes are filled up with nests from the bees. And I've pretty much just use an old bit of timber like that. Most of that's taken up. Those are taken up. There's lots taken up there. And my other bee hotels have been really successful as well. As you can see, there's lots of holes plugged there also. Now, what you have to do is get permission to get some logs. Permission so you can cut the logs. I mean, these were old logs from a tree that had fallen down. And I had a good friend, luckily, who had a chainsaw to chainsaw them for me. Then you have to cut them up into sizes. Then you have to drill the holes. So it is very, very time consuming. And these have been left out to dry. Now, if you try drilling holes in green wood, what I mean by green wood, if it's fresh and it's still wet, the wood inside is still wet, there's no point in drilling it because it's going to be left, you'll have splinters left inside. Now the bees won't nest in it if there's splinters left inside, but if you leave it to dry then drill it out, it's a lot easier and it leaves less splinters. Now there's no point in having a bee hotel in your garden if you haven't got any flowers. As you can see, I've pretty much gone overboard on flowers that are good for the butterflies and bees. Lavender in particular, I absolutely love lavender. But there's a variety of flowers that I've got here. Obviously they're coming to the end of their time now, and this time of year. But I've still got some in flower, and the bees are still using them. So, like I said, chopping all the wood is very, very time consuming. But what you might end up with is something like this. Now, they're both different sizes. That one there, the bigger one, that pretty much took me 4 or 5 days to build. I mean, they do take a long time, and to sell them you'll never ever get your money back on them. So what I tend to do a little bit smaller, but even these take a couple of days. You know, by the time it takes absolute ages to cut bamboo down into sizes like that. It takes an absolute age to do it. The other way of doing it is I've got offcuts of 4x2, and all I've done is sand them down into a block, stuck them together with Gorilla Glue and drill holes in them. But what I intend to do with these, I've got these little see-through tubes that I'm going to insert inside them, and this is because when they do nest inside the chambers, I can take out the tube and have a look inside and see how many chambers that have been built, which is going to be quite interesting. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But on the whole, I prefer my bee hotels to look as rustic as possible. That's why I don't use any ply on them. I use pallet wood. So this is 2 strips of pallet wood stuck together and all screwed together. I do put a bit of felt on the roof just for longevity, really. I even drill holes in the roof because they will actually nest in there as well. This particular one, I built this one for my son's girlfriend because since I've been doing my bee hotels, she has been so enthusiastic and loves coming out to see the bees. So I've built this for her. We are going to put it up in my garden, and it's going to go right in the corner there, right on that thin piece there. So I'm quite excited. I probably won't put that up now until January, February, ready for next spring. So I'm going to take you through the process. What I've done here now, I've cut my pallet strips down to sizes, and I'm gluing and brad nailing them together now. A lot of glue in the process, but it's worth it. You know, really want these sticking together. So I mean, you can use nails. I mean, I'm lucky enough to have a brad nailer, but you can just use normal nails. That would suffice, or even screws, whatever you feel you're comfortable with. And like I said, I like mine to look really rustic. So I'll just give them a sand, but it won't be much of a sand. And then what I'll probably do is add some Danish oil to this then, which will make it waterproof. It'll look quite smart then as well, I think. So far it's looking like that. Now I'll be fix an Apex roof on top of there in a sec. Okay, let's cut these off a little bit. Okay, so I've added a felt roof. It's looking like that now. I'm just going to sand the sides and then start putting the tubes in. That's pretty much it. I won't do any more sanding on that now. So now it's time to fit the tube. But this is what you've got to do. So if you are thinking of building one of these, allow yourself plenty of time, because it will take up all day. They do different diameters, hole sizes. I'm basically going from 5mm right up to 10mm. We'll cater for all. Right, I'm going to do a smaller stick now. So again, going to drill a hole in this as well. And depth wise, I said about 4 inches, minimum of 4 inches you want to go really. Sometimes you have to use a hammer to knock them in place. I suppose you want them in the tight really to stop them from falling out. Just to keep them in place while you're fitting it to a wall or a fence. Right, just to show you, this is where I've got so far. These bigger pieces, I drill them first, then I stick them so they're solid, and then it's just basically fitting bamboo pieces all the way around really, and then